This channel is for immature audiences only. It is not for children, only for childish adults. We might play some video games that kids also like, but we say words like fuck and shit with alarming frequency and make crude, inappropriate, and morbid jokes all the damn time. Level 0 NPCs assumes no responsibility if your idiot spawn watches this and gets traumatized.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah.
Just open on some ambience. Sounds.
What kind of ambience? We're not sure.
Well, at first it sounded almost like Star Trek bridge noises.
That's true. That's true.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, welcome back.
There was something I was going to say, and then it was... Luke was talking about...
And it wasn't like welcome
things.
Back to
No.
Bequest.
Have you met me? I would never do that.
I would never.
Never in a million years would I welcome anyone back to this.
How dare you even...
How dare you?
Imply that I would welcome people back to the show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. Hey, are you going to use that key on the gun?
Sorry. Oh, shit. Yes, that is what I was going to do.
Yeah, you were.
I knew I was going back into that room for a reason. And then, like, a bunch of people have been very frustrated that I have not found a specific room.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could say a bunch. You could say a whole bunch.
On gun case. You want to do it with the brass key?
Unlock case.
Gun case.
Gun gaze.
Oh. You can't. You don't have the key. Okay, it's the wrong key.
Hey, look, you wanted to check.
I did.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. I hope you had a great week.
Hi.
Yeah.
That would be some safety procedure for the Colonel, like being in a wheelchair and everything, if he kept his gun locked up in the study and the key was in the cannon.
Oh, yeah. What's up with him?
So I suppose...
Keep the gun key in a larger gun.
Mm.
Yeah. A replica of a larger gun, at least.
So, the Colonel, does he come from Acadian stuff? Oh.
At this end of the island, there is a small, quaint chapel. Behind it, you see an old family cemetery that is also old.
Old, see? Again.
Yeah.
Old.
They want to make sure you know. Sorry, you were saying Acadian stock?
I was wondering if the Colonel comes from Acadian stock.
Possibly.
Very well.
Like the Cajuns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I mean, this is Louisiana. I
Exactly.
believe.
This is a big area for them.
A big colony.
Yeah. They came from
French
where
and the Acadians.
Yeah.
Prior to the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a connection to my home.
Mm-hmm. It's lovely.
Of Nova Scotia. Where the Acadians... There were a lot of Acadians in Nova Scotia. And then they got expelled.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to get the GTFO.
Kicked across the sea.
The expulsion of the Acadians forms at least 30% of Atlantic Canadian history classes in elementary and grade school.
But do you know why?
Because Australians of the North.
Because it happened to white people.
Because it happened to white people, yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I'm not saying it wasn't
Australians
important.
of the North.
I'm not saying it wasn't important. I'm just saying, you know.
That's how you get in the history.
I was a little native kid learning about all these white person hardships. Not a goddamn thing about my own people.
You would assume that nobody else really was, having problems back in the day.
Oh yeah, just white folks fighting other white folks.
Yep.
What a tragic history. Look, I'm just saying it was a little weird for me. I'm sure it's much better now. It was the 90s, the early 90s. At that.
I don't know that it's much better now.
I mean, I think it
might
is,
have been
right?
better for a while. What's going on in Florida right now? I'm not sure it's going to be better. No.
I mean, what they're teaching in schools up here in Canada.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, we're talking Atlantic Canadian history classes. Yeah, I hope so. I haven't checked in a while. In hindsight, we only learned about white people. It was exclusively white history that we learned about. If you called the class White History, it would be accurate because all of the characters were white people.
Yeah, that is so true.
Potentially controversial thought. Maybe it should be called White History. And maybe people would have less problem with also teaching Black history and like Asian history studies and all that shit, you know?
Yeah. Like, if we
have to racially segregate our history, at least, let's be honest about it.
Racially segregate our history.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thought. Anyway.
This is the beautiful world we're working towards, my friends.
This is the world we're working in.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't remember any of that part. I don't know how much of that gets covered in Ontario history classes. So,
none.
The expulsion of the Acadians. Maybe it was touched on. I can't remember. But then again, I can't remember a single thing I learned in history class. So I have no idea. Doesn't ring a bell though.
No, it's kind of only popular around here because of the Acadian population.
Gotcha.
History class was like, the fur trade, the expulsions of the expulsion of the Acadians, and then like Vimy Ridge, end of history.
Done.
Congratulations, you've seen all of history.
Yeah, white history.
White history.
Yeah. Anyway,
you might get to learn about some Viking colonies because we had Vikings way back in the day, but that's still white history.
It's because
ancient white history
protects you from history.
And I'm not saying it wasn't horrible, like tearing families apart and forcing them to move, people dying, families separated by thousands of miles and forced relocation. It sucks. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Does, yeah.
Just, would have been nice to know what Cornwallis did to my people. That would have been fun. Not fun. Not fun at all. But important.
Yeah. Significant.
Yeah.
We're going to look building. This game does not understand building.
Of course not.
Chapelle.
Trees.
Can we look at...
Stately oak trees, Spanish moss dripping from their branches, surround the old mansion that is also old. Mm-hmm. Among the oaks, you also notice various other trees, some beautiful, some unexplicably bare.
All old, though.
All old.
Is it not inexplicably? I don't think unexplicably is right.
Well, it was right enough to make it into the final script.
Not unexplicably?
Yeah.
I don't think unexplicably is a word. Maybe it is. Doesn't sound right to me.
I mean, that's what it says there in the text. That's why I tripped over it for a second there.
Now, what does Google have to say?
Unexplicably is a real word. I've read it. I'm pretty sure.
Is it? I've read it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a real word.
I don't think that it is.
It's not.
It's got to be inexplicably.
It is.
Oh, inexplicably.
There's no such word as unexplicably.
No.
It's typically the antonym of explicably.
But guys, English is so screwy that if it gets used enough, guess what? It's a real word.
I mean, you are entirely true. That is exactly how language works.
Fucking stupid.
Not just English, even.
It's true.
Really.
It's true. Any word.
I entered the building. This is the old plantation chapel. Among the pulpit, you see a beautiful stained glass window.
Smash it!
Oh, baby. That is a man after my own heart.
Desecrate chapel.
Desecrate chapel. The game does not understand desecrate.
Urinate.
It will soon.
Urinate pulpit.
Oh my goodness.
Urinate.
Well, that reminds me, Matt, speaking of that, did you do more onions on your feet?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How are your feet onions?
Great.
Is your cold gone?
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. Anytime I get a cough, I'm doing it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Scientists can eat me. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it. Scientists can eat me.
Right back to cannibalism. I thought we were going to get away from it, but...
No, I mean, it's within an hour of doing it. Mm-hmm. No more coughing.
So you're done. You're cured. You one simple trick to cure coughing.
Yeah. Now,
amazing.
I only did it
Medical professionals hate this.
I only did it one more time because it was actually starting to come back.
You only needed it one more time.
But it went away again, and now I feel fine. I still feel like there is fluid in my lungs, though. So, back to the onion bags, I guess. Why did urination remind you of that, just out of curiosity?
Oh, because...
Because it was in the toilet, I believe, originally?
Well, yeah, because you had said you went to go for a pee that other time, and then you saw the onion bags on the sink,
right.
and then you were...
Right.
Which we did not edit out of the show. I mean,
No.
you were not in the same room. We weren't listening to it, but...
You
Go back, to the beginning of the last episode.
If any of you were worried there wouldn't be more foot onion content, don't worry.
I wanted to know. I've been waiting all week to know.
Yeah, no. I mean, okay, so in defense of people who are like, fucking bags of onions, fuck that. The cough did kind of come back a few days later. But the onions brought them away again. So I don't know, man.
Well, think about this, okay? Like, how you have a prescription for antibiotics? You got to take the whole course, right? You didn't take a whole course of foot onions. You just took it the one time.
I just need it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's a very old folk remedy,
Yeah.
Like someone thought it worked for some reason.
If it didn't work at least some of the time with some of the people,
maybe the
it would have been
sensitive
lost to time.
Maybe the sensitive skin of your feet lets a little onion juice in, and that just triggers your immune system a bit.
Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe the persistent coughs because your immune system's slacking off, and just a little dose of onion juice in your feet, your body thinks, "Fuck, I must be really sick.
Yeah.
Like I've got some kind of weird brine in my foot cells. Better call in the reserve troops.
Time to go." Yeah, and I don't know why. If it's placebo, great.
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
doesn't matter. I will continue doing it though. Even though it's kind of a pain in the ass to clean up. But, I live. It's fine.
I mean, depending on how well you are containing the onion water, hopefully it won't be that bad to clean up.
It wasn't that bad. It's just any kind of cleaning up outside of the normal cleaning up is a pain. But it's worth it because now I don't have a cough. Although I might still cough during this episode, but I assure you, it's not the cough. It's a cough.
The problem is you're not wearing your onions right now.
I'm not wearing my onions right now. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Can we preach cake dogma to nobody?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You see nothing special about the pulpit.
Can you get up there and preach?
Preach.
Preach.
Game does not understand preach.
Well, what does this game understand?
Pulpit. I know, it wouldn't let me German suplex the pulpit either.
Well, if it didn't understand urinate, it's
pulpit.
It's definitely not going to understand defecate.
See, nothing special about the pulpit. Shit on
Oh
pulpit.
God.
No.
But you did get it to say shit. That's pretty good.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
There is something I know that you can do. As far as I know, this is the only thing you can do to really kind of vandalize this place. So we can do that if you want to do that.
You're holding out on us, Julia. You got to tell us.
Well, I think there's
got the power.
some part on the floor. There's a loose floorboard, but you wouldn't know unless you really took a wander, But
the floor. There's some sagging floorboards near the pulpit.
So you gotta just walk your cake legs over, and I think down and to the left. I believe there might be some little hot spot for you to sense or something. Is she gonna be like, ooh, saggy?
It's by the pulpit, though.
It's definitely by the pulpit. It might be. No, it doesn't say anything. Oh, there we go.
You are momentarily startled when a floorboard sags slightly as you step upon it. Floorboard. You notice some sagging floorboards near the culprit. The culprit.
The culprit.
The pulpit. Crowbar. Floorboard.
Do it.
Use crowbar on floorboard. What do you want to do with the crowbar? Break floorboard with crowbar.
Wow.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Pried it up. That's fine. The floorboard has been pried open, exposing a small niche in the chapel floor.
Ooh, a niche.
Niche. You're not close enough. Well, walk me closer enough, you son of a bitch. Look niche. Inside the niche, you see an old leather-bound Bible.
What's a Bible?
Desecrate. Bible. The game doesn't understand desecrate.
You have to be more specific. You know, there's so many ways to desecrate these days.
That's true. After removing the brittle old Bible from the opening in the floorboards, you carefully open it. Written inside the front cover, you see Francois Pierre Crouton, born 1787, passed away 1832, married Claudette Marie Tourt, 1815. Claudette Marie Crouton, born 1796, passed away 1856. Thomas Simon Crouton, born 1816. Claude Francois Crouton, born 1819. Thomas wed Mary Frances O'Neill, 1848. I'm surprised that she had a name that was not some kind of food.
Yeah.
Mary Frances Crouton, born 1827. William Thomas Crouton, born 1851. Passed away 1851.
Yeah.
A story in one part. Sarah Marie Crouton, born 1854.
Well, she didn't have a food name because she was the only Irish person there. Also, the dates line up. Oh, hold on.
Upon further searching through the old Bible, you notice a strange notation on the last page. It says, all text contained within is a work of fiction.
Sarah. Oh, you want to do?
No, please. It is Mama.
Sarah, so this must be Sarah Marie Crouton. Our end is near. The bell will ring solemnly on our final night, and then will sound no more. Sir Lancelot will forever salute us. Do not weep for us, my child. We will watch over you. We love you. Do not ever forget. Mama.
Mama Crouton.
Mama Croutons.
Mama Crouton.
So, yeah.
Red cubes.
So the expulsion of the Acadians was in 1755, so all of those dates line up perfectly.
There we go.
There was some research done here. I can tell.
Nicely done.
But not research on how to say inexplicable.
Except for that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to.
Do we blame Unexplicable on Roberta?
Maybe.
Do we do that?
I mean, we don't know who wrote it.
We don't know.
Maybe.
The U and the I are right next to each other on the keyboard.
That's true.
Like, maybe it was just a big-fingered typist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
We also don't know what their process of editing was.
We don't.
If there is a second person that does a pass.
Should we try to get Roberta Williams on the show? Do you think she'd fucking join our show, guys?
To ask this one question.
There's so yeah, of all the possible questions that we could ask of you, Ms. Williams, did you realize that you'd written Unexplicable instead of Inexplicable?
Yeah,
because that's the important thing to take from this game.
Yeah, Roberta, what the fuck?
Other explanation, it's a Mandela effect, and it was, at the time, in its native universe, unexplicable.
You know what, though? That's actually true. That's actually true.
Mm-hmm. If you'd like to learn more about the Mandela effect, watch some episodes somewhere in the middle of Evo, The Search for Eden.
Or just befriend Matt. You'll learn everything there is to know about them.
In the middle
I
of...
believe the episode is even called The Mandela effect.
I explain it. Yeah. That was so long ago.
It was a very long time ago. It was back when we were still doing Wednesday.
So much has happened since then.
Mm-hmm.
In the world of the Mandela effect.
It was pre-COVID.
I
think I still lived in Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Now, this is interesting because we found this another note in the armor that was also addressed to Sarah. And so we know where Sir Lancelot ties into all this, whatever this extra story is. So we've done the Sir Lancelot bit. And now there's a bell will ring. So there's something to do with a bell that we have to deal with to further investigate whatever's going on.
We'll have to use our grappling hook gun on that bell that we couldn't pull.
I'm all for it. With a sad heart, You tenderly close the fragile Bible and reverently place it back in its hiding place under the chapel's floorboards. Apparently, the intrusive thoughts that we are not influencing her actions very much.
For the rats. Am I right? For the rats. Mama Crouton's Bible.
Yeah.
Mama Crouton.
Fire to chapel. That is not understood. Okay.
Candles have been burning. Just knock the candles down.
They're just on. They're on. Absolutely. That's exactly what that's where I was going.
Flip the candles on.
Candelabra. Does not understand topple. Pull. Candelabra.
Yeah, we have oil after all, don't we? Don't we have an oil can?
Oh, you're right. We do have oil.
Pour oil over candles. That is not clear. Pour oil on floor. That is not. It said oil floor.
Immolate self.
Drink oil. That is not understood.
It's not gonna happen. This game is this game is so anti-chaos. It's almost disgusting.
I mean, that is the unfortunate part of many text parts. You can have fun putting in. It's much like the conversation was going last time. The game is often hesitant to yes and you are bullshit. This does remind me, however, of a game that I'm fairly fond of, although it is not very well moderated and some weird shit can happen on it. But Space Station 13, if you've never played it, it's worth just figuring out what it is, basically. But there's a YouTuber that I watch fairly frequently who makes a habit every few episodes of finding a gas canister, a fuel can, and just drinking all of it, because it'll allow you to do it. If it is a liquid, you may drink it. But the beautiful thing about Space Station 13 is that it will yes and that, because if you then at a later time are exposed to flame, you will explode.
It's amazing.
And you will also destroy like the floor and walls around you, opening the floors of the space station to the vacuum of space.
Wow.
It's wonderful. Yeah. He frequently ends the episodes exploding in the escape shuttle.
Nice.
It's a good contingency plan
for you right there.
So you mean to tell
absolutely.
me that Roberta Williams did not design an alternate ending for this game where Laura douses the floorboards and herself with oil and then just explodes this chapel? That it didn't occur to them?
We don't know that yet. We don't know.
It is hard to design for chaos.
This is an old family graveyard.
It's
behind
old.
The little chapel.
Yeah.
That is also old. Set among the various family graves and monuments, you notice two large tombs.
Okay.
Desecrate graves.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Look,
No.
ghost. That looks like a wisp of mist from the bayou.
No, it looks like a ghost. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
It's a wisp of mist, okay?
It looks like a topless ghost.
Talk
Excellent.
ghost.
Talk to mist. You don't get any response.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Wow.
I do like how these just look like boxes of things that you would find in your kitchen.
Crouton.
Where are the
Dijon.
croutons? They're in the large pile of brown boxes. Great. Where is the mustard? To its left. In the steel box.
In the yellow
Moutarde.
lettering? Yeah.
Dijon.
Dijon, crouton.
Dijon crouton. Crouton.
Shit.
Whoa. What did
I
press?
do? I pressed the
What
button.
the hell?
I'm about to read this. I apologize. The Colonel's Bequest is different from the so-called normal adventure game, as it was designed around a story and characters rather than a series of puzzles. Kudos to you, Roberta. You may feel that there is a lack of a quest. Well, in a way, you're right. There isn't a quest as such, so go fuck yourself. Your goal is to get to know the story and the characters, to understand what's going on, and to survive the long night. We bet you can't. We feel that the Colonel's Bequest is a true interactive story rather than a game, and every effort was put into giving you the sensation that you are part of the story. The kernel's bequest, quote, end quote, will give back what you put into it. If you don't put much effort into playing it, you may feel that there isn't much to the game, but you would be wrong. There is a lot to it, but you may have to dig a bit to find it. Ooh, a clue. And to be very observant. The kernel's bequest will reward those who are determined, who will notice subtleties, who will ask questions, who will probe. Good luck. We truly hope you enjoy it.
Every effort? I don't know if that was true. That church would be
effort.
That church would be ashes by now. If
Absolutely.
every effort was put in.
It is not putting back or giving back what we have put into
Not at all.
It is rejecting our gifts.
I wanted to give us chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, like we discussed last time, the technology's emerging. Like, the story after you set the chapel on fire would probably be short and not very exciting. Or, I guess, very exciting and very short.
Very exciting.
Yes.
The rest of the house chases you into the graveyard. You have to decide to choose to hide in the crouton or Dijon.
I would just say, cry and attempt to bury myself. That's what I would do.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
Like
Tombstone.
like at the end of Midnight Mass, spoiler alert.
Jesus Christ.
Each gravestone is dedicated to a member of the Crouton family.
Crouton. It's pronounced crouton.
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 You sound like a Wikipedia pronunciation guide. You know, you click on the little thing and you ask how it's pronounced, and it's like, and that's how the word is.
Enter
Crouton.
tomb.
Dijon.
Open door.
Oh, shoot.
Cautiously, you look inside the tomb. Currently, it's just an empty tomb. One day, this will be the final resting place of Colonel Dijon.
Entomb self.
Yeah. Closed doors forever. What a surprise he'll have when he comes in all dead and you're there.
Hastily
We
write note saying, "You found me."
Oh, what a great, to go to an unused tomb. That's a perfect environment to mummify yourself, because it'll be dry. You get in there, you mummify yourself.
Rest of life in tomb. He does not understand live.
You get in there in the winter, when it's just super cold, super dry there in the crypt. You know, you drink a bunch of chemicals.
And wait.
You grip
Drink
this.
the oil.
You grip the sign. You face the door. They finally open the crypt to entomb somebody, and the skeleton just says, "You found me" inside. What a way to guarantee you'll be found too, but not for a while.
Yeah.
I wonder
Solid.
if that DH is for Doug Herring on that tombstone.
It could be. It looked like a DK to me, which, in my reckoning, would stand for Donkey Kong.
Yes. Yeah.
That actually makes more
The
sense.
tomb door is sealed. You can't enter it. Use key on tomb door.
Mm.
What do you want to do with the brass key? Unlock tomb door. There is no keyhole or handle to the tomb door. It is sealed from the inside.
Kick open
I feel
door.
bad for the guy who sealed it.
Can we
Yeah.
pry it? Can we pry it open with the crowbar?
Oh, yes. Pry open door. The tomb door is firmly sealed. No matter what you do, you cannot open it. Try anyway. The game does not understand
Can
try.
we do-
I understand that very much.
Take gaseous form.
Take
Yeah, squeeze through
gaseous
as your because you're
form.
cake because you're soft.
Yes. No.
Squeeze yourself through.
Become mist. He does not understand mist.
Force self through
Gap.
gap.
Yeah.
Mm.
Extrude self.
Thank
through
you.
Gap. He does not understand extrude.
The thing I was trying the other time, I did just look up. You can type "who programmed this game," and you will get who programmed this game.
Who programmed this game? Chris Hoyt and Chris Iden.
You can also
Oh.
do "who drew this game."
Who drew this game? Doug Og Herring.
And Who?
Or maybe OG.
Who? I think also something about the music. Hold on. Who programmed? I'm just looking at the who composed this game?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I will get it for you. Who wrote the music? Who wrote the music?
Who wrote the music?
Yes.
Ken Allen. Nicely done, Ken.
Ken Allen.
Wouldn't it suck to be the other Ken? Look. D-H. Look. Gravestone.
Crouton.
Herring. Crouton.
I think we're done here. We don't have a shovel necessary to dig up some corpses. Don't worry. We're going to get one.
We're going to rob ourselves some graves. Never you fear.
This is why nobody...
What else would Lillian have brought us here for?
Yeah.
We don't... As a cake person, we lack a skeleton of our own, but we will acquire one.
That's what she wants. She wants to insert a true skeleton into her cake form.
She's actually... It's the exact same motivations as Imhotep from the Brendan Fraser Mummy film, where she's just going to gather human parts one at a time and replace her cake body with a real body.
We were the psycho all along.
Oh, speaking of which, since we are doing the who wrote this game and what have you, it was pointed out by, I forget exactly whom, that What Big Knockers, why thank you, Doctor, is a Young Frankenstein.
That's Joseph Davies did that.
Joseph Davies, thank you, Joseph, for pointing out my folly. I know many Young Frankenstein quotes, but not that one.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. We're done with the show. We're shutting it down forever.
Level 0 NPCs is over.
Just a random point in the middle of a game.
For no apparent
reason.
no
reason. Level 0 NPCs is over. Sorry. Thanks, everybody. Sorry, Julia, you only had a couple episodes.
It was good while it lasted, you know.
Good. Yeah, it's a good run. See you guys later.
Breath until
Peace.
The end. Bye.
But by that he means never. Goodbye forever.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Smell you later, which is to say never.
See you never. Stick and go.
Oh.
Unstick and go.
Unstick and leave. Yeah, we'll probably be back.
Yeah,
I can't leave the PCs with an unstick and leave. Stick and stay, everybody. For real. We love you guys.
Stick and leave. Yeah, well, that's fair.
We'll see you next time, everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll see you.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see you. We're going to place our eyes into the screen and look out at your face. Get ready. We'll do it next episode. This was a weird way to end the episode.
It felt short
I
to
should
me.
go find the YouTube version of the Keymaster, whatever, from that board game Nightmare, and have him jump out at you in the screen.
Yeah.
See if we can start on.
Anyway.